What if I told you that the woman on reality TV tried to silence? Just snatched the mic back. What if I told you the most controversial woman in love and hip-hop history has finally broken her silence? And she did it by detonating a truth bomb. So explosive, it's got producers scrambling, cast members ducking for cover, and fans questioning everything they thought they knew. This isn't a clapback. This is a reckoning. Jasmine Washington, yes, that Jasmine, the one they painted as the homewrecker, the villain, the outsider, just dropped a scathing, unapologetic expose that's got Yandy Smith and Karlie Red shook. And this time, she brought receipts, recordings, and a level of calculated rage that makes even Mona Scott sweat. You think you've seen a drama. You think you've seen betrayal. Think again. This isn't a storyline. This is warfare. Jasmine is 43, battle-scarred, unfiltered, and absolutely done being anyone's scapegoat. She's ripping through the narrative like it's cheap lace, and baby, when she speaks, the whole house of cards collapses. So what did Yandy and Karlie really say behind the scenes? Who's been playing both sides? It's been quietly benefiting while Jasmine took all the heat? And what do leaked texts, secret payoffs, and a rumored tell-all have to do with this fiery comeback? Buckle up, because what you're about to hear is so chaotic, so unfiltered, so toxic, you'll swear it was scripted. But according to Jasmine, this is the realest story they've never wanted you to hear. Let's get into it. They said she disappeared. They said she was washed. But baby, Jasmine Washington just hit resetting the moment she opened her mouth. The lie started unraveling like a cheap wig in a wind tunnel. Because after years of being the designated villain, after years of being mocked, dragged, and dissected in every reunion episode, like a cautionary tale, Jasmine is done being silent. And guess who she's calling out by name? Yandy Smith and Karlie Reed. Oh yes, the self-proclaimed real ones, the receipts queen, and the PR princess. They're now at the center of a scandal they never saw coming. Let's rewind the tape. This all started when Jasmine made an unannounced appearance at a Love and Hip Hop ATL reunion taping. No invite, no pre-roll package, just walked in, micked up, and ready to burn it all down. The room shook. The producers frozen, and Karlie, already adjusting her wig like she knew the storm was about to hit. Jasmine sat down calm, poised ice in her veins, and said 8 words that froze the entire set. I kept quiet to protect people. Not anymore. Boom. Silence. Everyone was blinking. Like a TikTok filter glitch. Yandy leaned forward slowly like she was trying to figure out if this was a setup. Karlie just smirked and said, "Here we go." And baby, that was her first mistake. Because Jasmine came with names, dates, and dirty, behind-the-scenes secrets that had the internet gasping within hours. First, Jasmine dropped the bombshell that back in 2020, she was being dragged across social media for being the side chick that destroyed Rashida's marriage. Yandy and Karlie were allegedly texting her behind the scenes, telling her to play it up for the cameras. You heard that right? Leaked texts surfaced on the Shade Room within minutes. Jasmine's team posted alleged screenshots that showed Karlie Red DMing Jasmine saying, "Sis, the more fire you bring, the more screen time you get. Don't worry, you ain't the villain, you the storyline." And another one, allegedly, from Yandy herself, "You're telling your truth. Don't let Rashida's fans bully you into silence." The hypocrisy. Unreal. Because fast forward 3 years later, and these same 2 women were now calling Jasmine toxic. It's a cloud chaser and a disgrace to womanhood on dash camera. So Jasmine snapped live on set. She turned to Karlie and said, "You're real loud now, but where was that energy when you were in my inbox begging me to film with you for relevance?" Gasps. Production tried to cut to commercial. Jasmine refused to stop. "Yandy, don't sit there acting like a saint. Q told me to lean into the role when you thought it wouldn't backfire on you. Now I'm supposed to take the fall. Alone." Karlie fired back, screaming, calling Jasmine a lying, washed-up baby mama looking for a final check. Jasmine didn't blink. She pulled out her phone, read the receipts aloud, and tossed the phone onto the reunion stage floor. Like a mic drop. Fans watching live started recording clips on their phones. Within minutes, #JasmineUnfiltered was trending nationwide. Twitter exploded. TikTok edits of Karlie looking nervous played in slow motion with trap music behind them. Jasmine's Instagram doubled in followers overnight, but she wasn't done. Backstage, after that scene, Jasmine allegedly confronted a producer, and someone leaked the audio. The audio was grainy, but the voice? Undeniably Jasmine's. "You let them build their careers off dragging me, and now you want to edit my words. AGAIN. Nah. If this don't air, I'm leaking everything. Y'all protect Kirk and the rest of them like it's a boys' club. I ain't scared no more." Boom, another bomb. By now, Yandy and Karlie's PR teams were scrambling. Yandy went live trying to hold the line, saying, "I don't condone bullying. I never wanted Jasmine to be portrayed negatively. If anything, I tried to uplift her." But Jasmine wasn't having it. She posted a clip from 2019, where Yandy called her a homewrecker with no accountability and captioned it, "Upliftware. This you." Receipts everywhere, and then came the twist nobody saw coming: Kirk Frost's leaked voicemail. A short, 8-second audio clip dropped into the blogs like a Molotov cocktail. Kirk's voice unmistakable, saying, "Just lay low for now. Don't let them bait you. You know, we still good, right?" Fans lost it. Does that mean he's still talking to Jasmine? Are they still involved? Karlie instantly posted a shady IG story. "Nothing sadder than a woman stuck in 2017. Jasmine fired back on her live. Nothing sadder than a woman stuck in everyone's business but her own. Boom. The fandom split in two like a divorce proceeding. Half of social media was screaming, "Yes, Jasmine. Burn it all down." The other half, dragging her for revisiting dead beefs to stay relevant. Meanwhile, the chaos only intensified. One TikTok user who claims to be a former loving hip-hop intern dropped a story time, saying producers had intentionally edited out scenes of Karlie and Jasmine having calm convos backstage in 2018. Why? Because it wasn't messy enough for ratings. The user said producers literally told cast members who to fight that week. Manipulation confirmed, then a leaked email surfaced, allegedly between a VH1 executive and Jasmine's former manager. The subject line, "Controlled damage. Let's neutralize Jasmine's arc." The body of the email, redacted. But that was all the fans needed. Conspiracy theories went into overdrive. Reddit threads popped up with fans compiling every single time Jasmine was cut off mid-sentence in a reunion. One user titled their post, "The Jasmine Edit: How VH1 Villainized Her for Views." Even former cast members began to speak out. "Remember Keely? It's from season 7. She tweeted, 'Y'all don't even know the half of what that girl was dealing with behind the scenes.'" Now that sets everything off. Yandy clapped back, posting a story with the caption, "Some people don't understand what taking accountability looks like. It's not everyone's fault but mine. It's called growth." And Jasmine, she ended the day with a 30-second black and white video post. No words, just the sound of pages turning. And in the background, you could barely hear the words. "They edited the lie, I'm releasing the truth." Fans lost their minds. Some think she's teasing a documentary. Others say it's the rumored tell-all book. Either way, Jasmine's not backing down in Karlie and Yandy. They're in the hot seat for once. And then came the final twist of the night. Right as fans were winding down, a leaked FaceTime screen recording began circulating online. It allegedly shows Karlie Red in full glam talking to an unknown man, saying, "We told her to act a fool. She did. And now she made it work." Boom, boom, boom. That's where we leave it for now, but baby, if you think this was wild, Haven't even seen what's next because Jasmine's about to weaponize the truth. And in the next wave, legal drama, secret deals. And a betrayal so deep it could destroy a career is about to hit the fan. And trust me, ... you are not. Ready. So, let's get into it because when that FaceTime leak dropped, baby, the internet imploded. Karlie read, caught in full HD, lashes fluttering. Highlighter glowing, casually admitting that Jasmine was manipulated into acting a fool. 4 storylines. That clip spread like wildfire. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, even celebs and other circles started weighing in. And guess what Karlie did? She claimed it was deepfake AI. Girl, be serious. The wig, the voice, the background. With the exact same chandelier Karlie posted on IG the night before. Yeah, no. This wasn't AI. This was a confession on camera, and Jasmine wasn't about to let her squirm her way out. Hours after the clip went viral, Jasmine did the unthinkable. She posted a PDF. Yes, a PDF titled Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 7 Confidential Cast Agreement, Unredacted, and baby, the T in that contract? Scalding. The doc included sections that clearly stated cast members were encouraged to exaggerate conflict, amplify personal tensions, and maintain drama arcs across episodes. But the worst part, a clause titled Narrative Positioning Rights, which basically gave producers permission to edit scenes for the purposes of casting a character in a desired narrative role. In short, they legally allowed the show to turn Jasmine into a villain, and she signed it. But here's the kicker. Jasmine highlighted a section in the contract that said, no cast member may disparage the production, producers, or network on any public forum for a period of 5 years following participation. And guess when her last reunion aired? 5 years ago, to the month. She waited exactly 5 years. And now she's unleashing everything. The PDF post was captioned simply, "You kept me quiet with contracts. The time is up. Let's talk, Mike." And while Jasmine was tearing down NDAs like receipts at an IRS audit, Yandy went ghost. Silent. No stories. No lives. Not even a cryptic tweet. Just ... disappeared. That silence. Deafening. Meanwhile, Karlie kept spiraling. She went live twice in 24 hours, crying 1 minute, clapping back the next, then crying again. She even tried to pivot by promoting her skincare line, mid-scandal. Bad timing, babe. The comments were brutal. "This serum won't fix your lies, sis. Selling vitamin C but can't bring the receipts. Do you need a cleanser for all that dirty drama?" Drag level Olympic. But we're not done, not even close. Because Jasmine, she took it to the next level. She sat down for an exclusive tell-all with a small but rising YouTube channel called Reality Rehab, hosted by former LHH assistant producer turned whistleblower Maya James. And this interview is instantly iconic, dressed in all black, hair slicked back, no tears, just facts. Jasmine laid out her entire truth. We're talking the real reason she joined the show. What Kirk Frost allegedly promised her the moment producers pushed her into a storyline involving Karlie. The night Yandy allegedly told her, "You're the new Joe's line, so act like it." Even said, and I quote, "They wanted me to be chaos, so I gave them chaos. And then they blamed me for the fire." "Hugh," Maya asked her directly, "do you feel used?" Jasmine paused, then said, "I feel weaponized." And baby, that line hit the internet like a tsunami. WEAPONIZED, woman started trending. Thousands of women flooded TikTok and Twitter, sharing their own experiences of being painted as the problem while others pulled the strings behind the scenes. But wait, here comes the lawsuit. Not 48 hours after the interview, Mona Scott Young's production company, Manami Entertainment, sent Jasmine a cease and desist. They demanded she take down the interview, retract her claims. and stop sharing internal documents. But Jasmine posted the CND to her IG story with the caption, "I waited 5 years. Your paperwork means nothing now." And her attorney. Yep, she got a lawyer this time. A good one. Celebrity rights attorney Daryl Kent Wilson confirmed on Twitter, now X, that he's representing Jasmine pro bono because we've seen too many black women silenced by contracts that strip them of dignity. We're fighting back. Game. Change. Now here's where it gets real messy. Another cast member just jumped in. One we didn't expect, Tokyo Vanity. Yes, miss, I ain't got time for y'all's antics herself. Posted a bombshell TikTok. I tried to warn Jasmine. Back in season 7, I told her they'd gone use you, then lose you. But she ain't want to hear it. Now look, fans were shocked. Tio added, "Y'all really think Karlie Red and Yandy don't talk to producers daily?" Tio been feeding storylines for years. Jasmine wasn't the first she used and she won't be the last. Boom. Now the spotlight's back on Karlie and guess what? Another leak just dropped, this time. An alleged audio recording from a production meeting in 2018. You can hear someone, allegedly Karlie, saying, "Just tell Jasmine to say it's Kirk's baby again. That'll carry us 2 episodes minimum." Fans went nuts. Now people are digging up every Karlie scene and trying to decode which drama was real and which was scripted. A Reddit user compiled a 42-page timeline titled The Karlie Files, a history of manipulation, men, and manufactured mess. Yes, 42 pages. Even Joseline Hernandez couldn't stay quiet. She posted a screenshot of the FaceTime leak and tweeted, "Karlie been fake. I just had the accent to distract y'all," screaming. And then the real stunner, a producer who worked on season 7 under NDA, now allegedly expired, messaged Jasmine on Instagram, and she posted the screenshot. The message said, "You were right. We did you dirty. You were a scapegoat because you weren't established like the others. I'm sorry," she captioned it. "Apology accepted, but I'm still telling my story." And then just when the dust started to settle, Yandy finally broke her silence. Not on IG, not on TikTok. On Good Morning America. Yes, you read that right. National TV, sitting down with Robin Roberts. Wearing white like she's auditioning for a redemption arc, Yandy said, "I never wanted Jasmine to feel villainized. If I contributed to that, I truly apologize. But reality TV is a machine, and it's not always kind to women like us." Robin blinked slowly, then said, "Do you feel you manipulated her?" Yandy looked into the camera and replied, "No, but I think the system did. I was part of that system." Cue the dramatic piano music. Internet reaction. Some said she took accountability. Others called it a PR stunt in a pantsuit. But Jasmine? She responded with a single IG story, a clip of the FaceTime leak. Caption: "This wasn't the system, this was you. And that, my friends, was the cliffhanger of the century. Because Jasmine just teased in her final live, Part 3 drops next week. The person behind the entire setup, y'all not ready? I got proof. And when you see who it is, whole empires will fall." Who is she talking about? Mona Kirk, a bigger cast member. That's what we're digging into in Part 3, so let's rewind for just a second. Jasmine just said on live that the real mastermind behind her downfall isn't Yandy, isn't Karlie, and isn't even Kirk. She said, "The one who set me up, they had more power than any of them, more access, more control. And they are smiling in y'all's face like they ain't pulling every string." And baby, when she said empires will fall, she meant it. Because less than 48 hours later, Jasmine posted a teaser video titled, "The Final Betrayal, The Truth About Rashida." Yes, you read that right. Rashida Frost. The boss chick. The calm in the storm. The wife of the very man who fathered Jasmine's child, or at least, that's what the storyline said. The same Rashida who claimed she was blindsided by Jasmine's pregnancy. Jasmine said Rashida knew. She knew. Months before filming even started. But she kept quiet because it made for better TV. Let that sink in. According to Jasmine, Rashida wasn't just a passive player. She was actively involved in orchestrating the surprise baby mama bombshell that launched Jasmine into infamy. The receipts. Oh, she brought them a text thread between Jasmine and a number saved as R. Frost, allegedly Rashida. From November 2016, 3 months before filming began for that season. In the texts, R says, "Don't tell anybody else until we talk to Mona. If it leaks, they won't use it." A voice memo also from 2016. A woman's voice, eerily similar to Rashida's, says, "They want to make you pop off first. Don't. Just show up calm and drop the truth. Let them spin it after. Trust me." And then, Jasmine dropped a screenshot of her bank deposit, a $2,000 Zelle from RF Styling LLC. Caption, "To keep me quiet until filming started." Phew, fans lost it. Twitter lit up like a Christmas tree in July. The hashtag RashidX post, hashtag BossChick, BACKSTABBER number, Yoke News Sis Rashida's, IG, a ghost town. Comments off, no stories, no captions. Just a silent grid of fashion promos and hair bundles. But it gets deeper. Because the leaked production notes Jasmine posted also show Rashida had editing sign-off on certain scenes, a rare clause only given to high-tier cast members. One entry read, R2 reviewed Jasmine confrontation before airing, meaning Rashida allegedly saw and approved the very scene where she pretended to be shocked about Kirk's paternity. And let's not forget, Jasmine was dragged by the public for that storyline, shamed, trolled, harassed, all while Rashida played the martyr on national TV. So when Jasmine said the betrayal came from the person who should have protected me, she wasn't talking about the men. She was talking about Rashida. But hold up, Jasmine wasn't done. Because while fans were reeling from the Rashida revelation, she dropped one more nuke. A second video, titled Deleted Scene, Mona's Master Plan, y'all. This was never before seen footage from a production van, security cam style, timestamped and dated from 2017. In the footage, you hear a voice, allegedly Mona Scott Young, speaking to producers. She says, "We need a new triangle. Kirk and Rashida are stale." But if Jasmine pops up with a kid, that's 2 seasons. Minimum. Maybe 3 if Rashida stays mad. One producer asks, "You want Rashida to pretend she didn't know?" Mona allegedly responds, "Of course. That's the whole point." Gasps in every language. That footage, if real, is career-ending. And to top it off, Jasmine says the clip came from a former PA who felt guilty after watching Jasmine get torn apart online. Now, this could have just been an anonymous tip. But here's the twist. The footage matches the same van setup scene in the LHHATL. Behind the confessionals footage posted by VH1 in 2018, down to the overhead mic placement. Authenticity. Highly likely. Mona has not commented, but bet VH1 and Paramount all issued statements saying, "We are reviewing the situation internally and cannot comment further at this time." Translation. Lawyers are involved. Now let's get into the final betrayal, because someone else just entered the chat. And this might be the real twist. Jessica Dime. Yes, Dameep Damas took to Instagram Live, glass of wine in hand. And spilled. Y'all acting shocked like Rashida didn't. No, she was in on the whole thing. She picked the outfit Jasmine wore to her first green screen, told her what to say, told her to keep it classy. Then she paused and said, the real reason Mona used Jasmine, cause they had already run out of Joe's line. Screaming. Dime added, the network knew Joe's line was leaving, so they wanted another messy Latina-adjacent character to stir the pot. Jasmine fit the bill. That's why they forced the Kirk storyline so hard. Colorism, exoticism, manufactured chaos. It was a calculated PR move, and Jasmine was the chess piece. Fans were stunned. But Jasmine, she wasn't playing victim anymore. She ended her final video by walking through a room full of receipts. Literally, tables with contracts, emails, voicemails, all documented, all time-stamped, all real. And then she said, "They used me to make TV. They painted me as a homewrecker, a liar, a gold digger. But I was a woman who got played by a man and then played again by a machine." And as the camera zoomed in, she added, "I'm not asking for your sympathy. I'm demanding your truth. Because if I went through this, how many others did, too?" And that was the end of Jasmine's 3-part expose. But the fallout is only just beginning. Postscript, where things stand. Norishita, still silent. But fans noticed several Frost Bistro staff unfollowed her. Karlie Red deleted 150-plus IG posts. Word is she's trying to rebrand. Yandy rumored to be in crisis talks with her PR team. Mona, no comment. But insiders claim she's been pulled from 3 speaking engagements. Jasmine gained 400K followers in 3 weeks. Talks of a book deal. Possibly a documentary in the works with Hulu or Netflix. Kirk still ain't said a word. Typical. Final thoughts. Jasmine Washington did what most reality TV girls don't. She waited, collected, and unloaded with surgical precision. This wasn't just a messy expose. It was a blueprint on how to fight back when the machine chews you up and spits you out. She turned her pain into power, her silence into strategy, and her receipts into a revolution. Will love and hip-hop survive this? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Jasmine Washington is no longer a footnote. She's the headline. And there you have it. Jasmine Washington, at 43, just dropped a nuclear truth bomb. And the love and hip-hop universe may never recover. But now the question is, where do you stand? Do you believe Jasmine is finally reclaiming her story? Or is this a calculated move for attention? Is she a truth teller or a master manipulator? And what about Yandy and Karlie? Are they protectors of the truth or just players in a game they helped create? You've heard the leaked texts, the shady live videos, the alleged book deal, and the whispers of lawsuits. This isn't just reality TV drama anymore. This is a media war. And it's only just beginning. So right now, I want you to sound off in the comments. Every opinion, every theory, every piece of fan evidence. Let it fly. Make sure you like this video if you're here for the real tea. Subscribe to this channel if you live for the chaos. And turn on those notifications because trust me, this story isn't done. Not even close. The next twist is already brewing. And when it hits, you'll want to be the first to say, "I saw it coming."